actively help run over 100 YouTube channels, and I make the same videos across all of them. The first channel we used this strategy on went from 0 to over 250,000 subscribers in just under a year. Another one went from 0 to over 90,000 subscribers in under 8 months. And another one, which is the channel you're watching right now, went from 0 to over 50,000 subscribers in under the first year. But it all came down to copying and pasting proven video ideas from one niche to another. You see, one good video idea can blow up your channel. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to find these video ideas and even give you the exact ideas that you can go out and copy on your channel to get more views and make more money. And I promise you, this is not something that you've seen before. I'm not gonna tell you to just copy what's working. You're going to learn about a more advanced technique that I've learned from some of the biggest YouTubers on the platform right now. And this is stuff that is not normally shared with the public. Now, the first thing that you have to understand in order to use this strategy is a very common YouTube principle, and that is outlier theory. If you already know how outlier theory works, then just skip to this timestamp right here. Now, outliers are essentially videos that did exponentially well on a channel compared to their other videos. For example, if we look at this channel, Liz Rowe, we can see that her average video gets around 1,000 views. But if we keep looking, we can see that this one video got over 300,000 views. Now, that is a huge difference. Because this channel is also very small, we can make the conclusion that the reason why this video blew up in the first place is because it was a good idea. And this is much different than just copying a popular video in your niche. Because if you copied a video that got 1 million views on a channel that has 3 million subscribers, and that channel on average gets between 500,000 to 1.5 million views, then that video is not special. It's just made on a big channel with a big audience, right? And it did about average as all of their other videos. Meaning that if you make it, there's a pretty low likelihood that it's going to work for you. And even with outliers, what most people do is simply just copy the most popular videos in their niche. So if I had a channel about cooking, I would go into the cooking niche and look for videos that have a ton of views but low subscriber count. And if you've ever tried this strategy, you know that it's kind of hit or miss. Some videos work well, but some videos just flop. But there is actually one additional step to make sure that you're only finding the best outliers. And it all comes down to leveraging what we call parallel niches. Parallel niches are simply niches that have an audience that's similar to yours. So for example, let's say that you're in the cooking niche and you make videos about low calorie, high protein foods. The viewers of these videos all share one common goal. They want to be healthier. So when looking at parallel niches, we want to look at other niches that also have that same goal, the goal of being healthier. So then we could look at something like the vegan niche or the paleo cooking niche, where all of those people are actively trying to get healthier. Or we could even take one step outside of the cooking space and start to look at the fitness niche, because those people also share that same goal of being healthier. Then we could take video ideas from that niche that are outliers and then bring them back to our own. And that way, the outliers that we are finding have never been done before in our niche. Because frankly, most of the time, if you just copy a video in your niche, you're usually only ever going to be second best. I'm telling you, all of the biggest YouTubers do this. For example, look at this video by Mark Tilbury in the finance niche. He took this idea from this creator in the digital marketing niche. Now, both niches have the exact same audience. They want to make money, so he was able to take a video that already had proven demand and make it where it had no competition. But oftentimes, if you're in a big niche, many of the outliers in other parallel niches have already been copied in your niche, which unfortunately puts you back at square one. Unless you use the strategy that I'm about to tell you. And this is the same strategy that made one of my most popular videos ever. You see, one day I was searching for an outlier and I came across this video right here. This is dumb, but it makes me $2,000 an hour. It was a proven concept in a parallel niche and no one had done it in my space before. But I knew if I just copied it one for one, it just wouldn't work. So what I did was change the title slightly by shifting the word dumb to boring, that I thought would fit well onto mine. I mean, imagine if humans gave birth to kids that shared the exact DNA as them. Life would be so boring because no one would be unique. It's the fact that your kid has a blend of the father and the mother's DNA that makes life interesting, because each person is a new blend of genes that no one has ever seen before. Your videos should be the same. Think of the title as your father and the thumbnail as your mother. You want to combine both of the genes from both of those people, because this is how you create truly unique videos, by stealing like an artist. So now I'll break down exactly how I find these outlier videos that I can copy and paste across any niche on the planet. Because first I'm going to teach you to fish, and then I'm going to give you the fish by giving you the exact ideas that are working right now. So I'm about to show you how to find these outliers and combine them to make something completely new. So essentially, the first thing that you want to do is you want to get on 1 of 10. This is the biggest database for YouTube outlier videos in the entire world. They're one of the largest YouTube data companies. You can either sign up for their pro plan or just download their free Chrome extension, because that will show you like this thing right here where it says 20.5x. That will show you how big of an outlier that that video is. And that's extremely helpful because when you're scrolling YouTube, now you can see exactly, you know, how big of an outlier each video that you come across is. And you can start to make a playlist and you can do all these things. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do this on one of Tim's platform because if you're taking YouTube seriously, you should get the software. Literally every single YouTube strategist that I talk to has it, and I've been using it for the last 2 years. And if you wanna get access, I think you get started for like $1 with the affiliate link in the description. So if you're interested in that, it supports me. It doesn't cost you anything extra. In fact, it saves you money, and it's a phenomenal software. So let's go ahead and dive in. So the first thing that you wanna do is on here, when you first sign on, you're gonna have this homepage. You're gonna see a bunch of different outliers. We don't want that. What we wanna do is we wanna go over to the filters section. And now on here, what we wanna do is we wanna make sure that we're only seeing outliers that are at least a 3x outlier. That means that they performed on average 3 times better than the normal video on that channel. We don't wanna see videos that performed average or just 2x better. It doesn't really matter for us and we don't care. The next thing that we are gonna wanna do is we want to change the views to over 30,000. We don't want videos that have views under 30,000 because let's say the average channel gets 1,000 views and they have a 10x outlier that gets 10,000. It's not that useful for us, right? Doesn't really matter because 10,000 views is not that much. Then we have our video duration. Just put this above 5 because we don't want any shorts coming through. So just keep it above 5. That means we'll only see long form videos. And then we have subscribers, 900 to 300,000. That's typically the range that I like to work in because of the fact that, you know, if they're above 300,000, they have like 2 million, 5 million subscribers. The outliers that they have are not going to be that useful to you because a lot of people will have already copied them because they're such a big channel and they saw that that video performed well. On the publication date, I like to go last year. That's a really good one. Sometimes I'll go last 3 months if I'm looking for like a really recent outlier, but last year is good to start off with. So let's go ahead and apply these changes here. And now what we're going to do is we are going to actually go into our niche. So what we want to do is we want to look up an alternative niche to ours. So with that, let's go ahead and think about what niche would we want to look at. Let's look at calisthenics, right? This guy right here doing calisthenics. We want to look at another similar niche, which could be bodybuilding. Now we are inside of this niche and we can see all of the different outliers that have popped up over the last few months. So first things first, let's see the only 10 exercises you need for a masculine physique. It's pretty good. I like the only 10 calisthenics exercises you need for a masculine physique. That's good. From here, we can actually kind of bring this down a little bit in size. And then I'll also go change the filters to be 3 on this column. And what this is going to allow me to do is just keep my ideas in the same place, right? All right, so we'll name this ideas. So the first idea we'll come up with is the only 10 calisthenics exercises you need for an aesthetic physique. Pretty good idea right there, to be honest. Like that would probably do quite well. It's based off of a good outlier. However, I don't like that thumbnail. I mean, you see that thumbnail right there? It is not that good. Like it looks kind of just bad. It's not the best lighting. 10 exercises only. The text is good, but I'm not a huge fan of the thumbnail. So we won't even take that at all. The only thing that we could take from here is like the text. So I'll go ahead and drop that. All right, now what we have is this Navy SEAL workout builds unreal muscle. So we could do this calisthenics workout builds unreal muscle, right? And then we have our text. So we'll take that text, drop that on there, boom. And then we'll do one more idea. So let's go ahead and try to find like a crazy one. I like these kind of outliers where it's like every bodybuilding, explaining every muscle building steroid, no BS, 286,000 views. With that, like this concept looks like it works again and again and again and again. These are all different channels that it's a huge outlier for them on. So that's a really good sign that this is a great concept to do. Like this video right here, every bodybuilding scandal explained in 9 minutes. Very easy one to take over. We could do every calisthenics scandal explained in 9 minutes. Boom. I can almost guarantee you that video is going to do extremely well. And then on here, we can go ahead and use this thumbnail because this one actually would make sense because it's a very specific format, unlike the other ones. So now that we have this, let's actually figure out how to make these new and not just a copy. So first things first, we leave the titles the same, but we want to really upgrade the thumbnails. So what we see as working here, it's a person who's jacked and then text. Same thing here, person who's jacked and then text. So what we want, we could maybe go like more of a high quality photo. So what I could look at is I could look on here and I could look at calisthenics, right? And actually looking just on here too, this is a very popular one. Every bodybuilding era explained. Like this could also be a good one for this video right here. So we could test like a more colorful 5 split thumbnail where it's like 5 people split and then it's like, you know, still has like rigged, double murder, died at 26, all this, that
text and then put that with these people. That could be great with these different calisthenics legends. I think that'd be great. And then what we have here, calisthenic workout builds unreal muscle. The only 10 calisthenics exercises you need. Probably like a workout one here. So we could look up like workout, see what comes up. So this one's really good. Just pull-ups, 10 exercises only. That would actually be really, really good. So maybe we have like this. I like that thumbnail a lot. And you see the difference between this thumbnail and this thumbnail, where this one is more high quality. That's like what we're looking for. So on here, we could have this, and then we could have the text go on this thumbnail. So instead of just pull-ups, it would be 10 exercises only, pointing to the back. I love that. That's really, really good. Actually, since this is aesthetic physique, you could point to the abs. I think that'd be really, really good. And then same thing here, calisthenics workout builds insane muscle. I wish I started sooner. You could go on, let's try to find another one. I think a few of these could work. Something like this, just a flex shot in the mirror, could do well, but also something like this, I wish I started sooner. That could work. Also just this with text next to it could work really, really well. I think honestly, I'm gonna go with this one. I think that looks really, really solid. So just an aesthetic, because this works really well in the calisthenics niche. I've seen that just because I know the calisthenics niche, where, you know, we have this plus the text on this side, maybe flip them around this way. I think that would look really, really good and would be a new kind of spin on this more aesthetic style of thumbnails. So from there, what we would do is we'd go ahead and send this document off to a thumbnail designer with any of the photos that need to be on here. And then what he will do is go ahead and map that out, whip up that packaging, and that is going to give you one of the highest chances to actually blow up your videos that you've ever had. Because this is the way that I've gone viral time and time again across 200 different client accounts and gotten millions and millions of views, grown multiple channels to 100,000 subs just from this process. And even though it's simple, no one puts in the time to actually do it. So instead of just copying what works, go to a different niche and then put your own spin on it. If you do those two things, you're going to succeed. So now that you understand how to come up with these concepts yourself, I'm just going to give you some of the formats that are working the best right now. So essentially, the first one is if I started a YouTube channel in 2025, I'd do this. You can put that into any niche and it's going to work really, really well. You could say something like, if I wanted to get a 6-pack in 2026, I'd do this, right? This is what I do. If you just do that and you change up the thumbnail a little bit with a new thumbnail, then you are going to absolutely crush it. Like, that's just a concept that works most times it's done. The next one is I built X blanks in a row to prove it's not luck. This one works phenomenally, especially if you have a thumbnail kind of like this, where you have the thing that you did 6 times and the different outcomes that you got. That's really, really good. It doesn't have to be 6. It could be 4, it could be 8. Ideally 4 to 6 is what I've seen work the best, because we've done this one multiple times and it's crushed. I got 100,000 subscribers 6 times in a row to prove it's not luck. I built 6 channels from scratch to prove it's not luck. You can transfer this over to pretty much any niche. I helped 6 people buy their first home to prove the economy isn't broken. That is really, really good concepts, and you can take that and use it. The next one is how I do X thing that sounds easy and make a lot of outcome. So this one could be like how I work out 30 minutes a day and have a 6-pack, or how I eat whatever I want and have a 6-pack. Or it could be like how I cook 20 minutes a day and eat like a gourmet chef, right? Anything that's easy input, hard output. That is going to be what makes this one work really well. And then you just do a new thumbnail on it, it's going to crush. Next one is the POV style. So if you're doing any sort of vlogs, this one working really, really well right now. POV and then whatever activity you're doing. If you do that for vlogs, it crushes. Next one is I edited for 10,000 hours. This is what I learned. So this one is I did X thing for a long time. This is what I learned. I scaled businesses to $10 million. Here's what I learned. I worked out for 10,000 hours. Here's what I learned. Anything along those lines is going to crush. Next is how to make a killer blank to blow up your blank. So how to make a killer meal to stick to your macros. Anything like that is going to do great. This is boring, but you'll hit desired outcome fast. Anything here, this is boring, but you'll get a 6-pack fast. This is boring, but you'll get your medical degree fast. How to get blank thing, how to get a medical degree fast. How to get a medical degree in 2 years. How I would learn blank if I could start over. One thing to keep in mind on this idea, if you can do this like sideways headshot, it usually works really, really well. Next thing is how to get so much of the outcome that you question something. That one is working great right now. So how to get such good grades you question the academic system. Watch these X minutes if you want to get an outcome in 2026. How to get something more than 99% of people. So how to get more ripped than 99% of people, how to get richer than 99% of people, whatever it may be. Do this to get X outcome as this person. Laziest way to get desired outcome and then specific result. Here's how I got desired outcome. Best and worst blanks to start in 2026 for beginners. You're not blank. Get desired desired outcome in X time. This one's really interesting. This one is a story video. So basically saying from bad situation to desired outcome in X time, here's what I did. That one works phenomenal. This one is people dumber than you are getting outcome. And then this one is how I'd blank as soon as possible if I had to start again. Step by step, how to get desired outcome so you can just copy me. 33 new blanks with X potential in 2026. The silent hack YouTubers use to hook you. The silent blank that someone uses to blank you. I blew up a blank as fast as I could. Now I could go on and on. There's a ton of these in here. I'm just gonna leave the link to this Miro board in the description if you wanna get access to it. There is 33 of these ideas in here. I'm not gonna go through every single one because I think retention is going to drop, but these are some of the best working ideas right now. And I think you get the point. You can take these, copy them for your niche, and they are going to absolutely crush.
But learning how to come up with ideas is just the first step in creating viral videos. But I don't have time to go over every single step in this video right here. So that's exactly why I created an entirely free YouTube course with over 6 hours of content showing you everything that you could possibly need to know to go from 0 to over 100,000 subscribers this year. So go ahead and watch this video next, where I'll show you how to get access, what's inside, and how you can use the information inside to blow up your channel in the next 6 to 12 months. Thanks and have a great day.